Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to make ghee at home, and for this we need malai. What is malai? When you boil your milk at home, there's a top layer. You just need to sieve it out every day. So this is my per day supply of malai from the milk, and I'm going to use it from last 2 days. So it's kind of 3 days malai which I'm using to make this ghee, and this is what it is. For ingredients, we have malai, and the second ingredient is whole wheat flour. You might not heard of this, but this is really important. We'll come to it later. To start with the recipe, we would need a non-stick pan. It is important to make it in a non-stick pan because it is far more convenient and easier to do it. So add your malai to the pan and let it melt. You need to ensure that before we add whole wheat flour to this, the malai needs to be in a completely liquid form. So let it melt completely. Keep mixing it in between while it's melting. And you can see when it starts melting, there's some lumps in it, or you can see chunks of malai in it. So let it completely dissolve. And then we will add our second ingredient, which is whole wheat flour. Now, coming to the point why we are adding whole wheat flour. So first of all, you have to sprinkle it while you add it to the liquid malai. And why you need to do that is so that it doesn't form any lumps. If you see, I'm going to use it directly because I'm making video while recording for this. So I have actually put it just like that, but you have to sprinkle it. Now start mixing it, mix it continuously. Adding whole wheat flour to the malai liquid helps us in two ways. First, it helps us get more ghee out of malai and directly impacts the process by expediting this process. Secondly, normally when we make ghee, we generally throw the leftover of ghee, which is the residue, which is solidified malai while cooking this. But in this case, while we add whole wheat flour to it, we are going to reuse it in terms of using it as the crispy brown whole wheat with ghee, which can be used in a lot of recipes like your cakes, your matris. It can also be used for halwa. It really makes an yummy halwa. So let's see how we are making this. So it will start, you can see it has already started giving ghees on the corner, and the ghees are already started coming out in the recipe. See? So we need to keep cooking it because I said it's a process. The ghee is coming out, but we need to really cook it well. So let it cook and you will start seeing golden bubbles coming out. So when you see a lot of bubbles coming out, which is like dark golden in color, that's when we know that the ghee is done and we need to sieve it. It's already happening. I think so we'll take another 5 minutes to be completely done in terms of a golden color. Don't be impatient while making ghee because this is a process and it's going to be rewarding for sure. So now it's time for us to sieve. So we're going to sieve it, and this is our first installment of ghee. We're going to again add this residue back into the pan and cook it again. So this is approximately 200 ml that has come out, and now I'm going to again add the mixture in the pan. As you can see, since it is hot, so it will start cooking really quickly, but you have to keep ensuring that you mix it really well. And when it is ready, this entire mixture will start turning golden brown. So when it all turns golden brown, that means the entire wheat flour in this mixture has cooked and we are ready to sieve it further. It will start rising, and when it starts rising, that's when you know that it's all done. So you can see the bubbles of ghee coming out, and gradually it will start rising as well, as you can see. So now we have to sieve it again to get our second installment of ghee from this mixture, and that's the bonus. Sieve it properly. You would have to press it once it is put in your sieve. Press it to get all the ghee out of this. Now this is what the jackpot is of making ghee. So I'm able to use this crispy brown wheat flour which is completely cooked and is loaded with ghee. I'm able to use it to make halwa. You can directly just straight away use to make halwa. You can also use it in your cake mix. You can also use it to make sweet matris or thekua, or at times if you want you can even use it in cookies. So isn't it something really exciting? Please do check out my website to get more recipes about ghee residue, and I hope this time you're going to make ghee at home. So stay healthy, stay fit, and do subscribe to the channel, like and share.